mother's ace. That's that one fucked, I think. Oh dear. Welcome, friends. Today we are doing another live stream. Indeed, we are. Can you believe it? I can, because I set the live stream up. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Dropout. How are you all? Evening sense for thought. Where is... At everyone. Mondays with Dirk. Been busy today, sort of. Been bank holiday here. I've just got to do something. Hold on. What am I doing? Pen. Bottle of water too. Oh, the blast of this, because bollocks, why not? What's going on, friends? How are you doing? I'm just writing out someone's address because sold a perfume. Haven't been able to get it out because it's been bank holiday weekend. What we got here? Okay. Just talking amongst yourselves, friends. I'm just busy writing out. I was going to say I'm being unprofessional there, but I have never claimed or wanted to be professional, if I'm being honest, because all the professionals are cunts, like. 4 H C X 4 B. So I've been pulling up the carpet today. And Greater Manchester. There we go. Oh, now I need to stick this. Fuck off. Now I need to stick this on. I can't believe it takes me this long to write out a bloody an address and then stick it on one of these boxes. My God, my technique shit. Yeah, I pulled the carpet up in my bedroom today, so the acoustics might be even worse than fucking usual, to be honest. The chair is fucking wobbling all over the gaff, like. I am wobbling all over the gaff, but that's not unusual. Everything is falling apart. Everything is in the wrong fucking place as opposed to where it should be. Oh, careful. Tell me your fragrances of the day, friends. Sorry, this is some pretty awful noise for you to have to listen to. Tell me what fragrances you've been wearing today, boys and girls. Right, don't forget to post that tomorrow, Richard. I have to get up early and do a speed awareness course because I've been caught speeding a couple of months ago. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's have a look. I'll pay attention now. Please like the stream. I'm here. What am I doing? Hello, Jeannie. Dropout sense for thought. Dallas, how are you doing? Wearing 4711 cologne. Good stuff. MJ, Christina, Jason. Sense for thought says scent of the day. Heritage EDP on one arm and EDT on the left. For the fucking 5th time this week to prepare. Lewis M, welcome. Welcome, Chuck. Sense for Thought says Feminine Dubois absolutely blew my socks off. Finally got a sample. Bloody hell, man. Seriously, Tons is amazing. Yes, it is. I went round an art trail today at Saddleworth, says Jeannie. That new Papillon bottle looks alluring. Yes, I'm looking forward to finally wearing this. But you know what I'm like when I buy something new. I like to just sit there and look at it for a few weeks before I actually do anything with it. I will Paco Rabanne Pour Homme today. Let me show you. Let me show you my bottle. It's not even the vintagest bottle I've got. I've got a lot of vintages, but this is the bottle I've been wielding at the minute. Oh! What's your from Papillon? See one there. You've seen one, seen all. I was just thinking about you, says Galen. Yes, he's been taking some particularly large shits this morning, apparently. I got the Les Indomptables Discovery set, and Claire de Sheen is really good, says Dallas. Do you like Osmanthus, then? Sans for Thought says, don't ruin it for me, and say Vintage Feminine Dubois is better, please. Let me be happy. Oh, dear. Well, I got bad news for you. Welcome, Frag Jitsu. Great game, Newcastle, the other day. It was fucking awful. Newcastle shit. Frag Jitsu is looking to get into some Javois. Good evening, Kruthick. You are enjoying some Mitch. Hope the new carpet will be even better. It can't be worse. Jesus Christ. Had to get a hoe. A literal hoe. You know, like a garden hoe. Had to get a garden hoe because the old carpet in places was stuck down with this crazy glue. Let me show you. Look. That black stuff there is some crazy vintage glue. You know? Like, it's all gone. It's all gone, friends. All the carpet is fucking gone. And I've had to move the... like the desk and everything, the bureau. Didn't take any of the perfumes out either, just taped it shut and then pushed it along and prayed to God. The frags were shaking violently as you wrote the address. Yeah, I'm in a funny place at the minute, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hopefully sometime in the next month I should start to pick up, like. It's been a tough couple of months, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. This is so unprofessional, man. Well, thank you. Chuck, you know just what to say. Does Trump's 100% tariff on foreign movies apply to Rich Mitch's live streams? Well, I mean, it's not a tariff, is it really? It's just a tax. And it's a tax on you, not me. So we don't care. Got the extent of the day, nothing. I have 2 Rogers and a Bortnikov coming in today. You're saving yourself. You want to be fresh and ready. I understand. Jason Falconer was wearing Bois Pacifique. How do you find it? The taffs are on a 90 hold, says Frag Jitsu. Frag Jitsu told them to hold off, and they did, you know. I used some of that feng shui, you know. Threatened them with a bit of a fucking kimura or some shit like that, you know. Better than paying the fine I had. Fun on that course. Yeah, fucking the courses aren't the bad. Yeah, I agree with you. It's better than 3 points on your license because you only get so many points. I actually got done under the top nut procedure when I was a kid. A police officer fucking altered me. I swear to God, this is true as well. A police officer altered me statement, and I ended up going to court for careless driving for nicking the wing mirror of a car that was illegally parked. It was illegally parked in a place which was dangerous for it to park, and I ended up nicking it, and I was like 20 at the time. And instead of driving away, I called the police and said, I can't find out whose car this is, help. And they came out, and the police officer took a statement from us, ended up taking us to court, and he altered my statement. And the judges said it was outrageous, but I got some bad legal advice as well and had pled guilty. The judges said if you hadn't pled guilty, we would have found you not guilty. This is one of the most outrageous things we've ever seen. And they said to the clerk of the court, can he not change his plea? And the clerk of the court said, no, I do not have faith in these people. I ended up getting a 6-month ban for that. It was the lightest sentence they could give. And they were devastated as they gave it. I shit you not. True story, that. I don't think I've ever forgiven them for that. I don't think I ever will. It's one thing being arrested and prosecuted for something you've done. It's considerably different when it's something you haven't done. RN, the fuck are you doing here? Galen is wearing Brooks Brothers Black Fleece Red Great Bay Rum style cologne. Big Bay Rum. I have Oud Mineral and Costa Azzurra samples coming. Can't wait to try, says Spaced Out. Welcome, I Smell. Welcome, Abraham. Which one do you prefer, Colonia Mirror or Tom Ford Noir? Probably Colonia Mirror. I'm actually selling my Colonia Mirror. I really like it. I just never wear it, like, so it's one of them. It's got to go. Scent of the day is Aqua Fahrenheit, says Jared. I like Osmanthus tea. The smell is okay, says Dallas. Rich, you like aldehydes? I have to sell my Lilabo aldehyde 44. That note feels like someone pointing those bright car lights in your eyes against your will. Aha! Some aldehydes are alright, some aren't, you know. You love horology. Your ma's a horology. Your ma's into horology. You glue the carpets? No, this was an ancient practice. This carpet's older than me, man. Fucking obscene, like. We just set them here and leave them be. Yeah, we do that now. It's ridiculous. Like, you need an insurance policy for that perfume desk, man. I am the insurance policy for this fucking perfume desk. Dylan's trying to get Duck to speak politics again, says Carl. I was speaking politics on Eugene's stream the other day. Hello, Justice Doe. Abraham says, Rich, do you know which note in Hortus Sanitatis gives that Band-Aid-like medicinal ointment vibe? I'm really curious, but can't find any. So the particular note, I'm not sure. It's an accord. It's not a particular note. It's an accord. And in Lone Star Memories by Andy Tower and Gucci Guilty Absolute by Gucci, it is a cross between vetiver and leather. So this vetiver leather note. It could be in a coat like a fixed like material or something, but whenever I see vetiver and leather together, I think, oi, we're gonna get some fucking bandages, you know. Eola Blue is a banger, says Sense for Thought. Jason says, Why Pacific? I like it, but no more than Ebony Fume I already have, so I don't need it. But when did that ever stop us? Quite. RP Rental says, what's your take on Parfum de Marly Leighton? Don't like Parfum de Marly's. Just not a fan of any of them, to be honest. I used to have Herod and got rid. Isn't Leighton the one that's an Amber Nargile rip-off? Oud Mineral, definitely a matter of taste, says Jason. Do you have any Jouvois? And if so, please share the experience. I've got a Jouvois sample set like you, but I wasn't a fan of... I'm not a fan of their actual fragrances. I think they smell a bit cheap, if I'm being honest. Oh! Hi, Bella Essence. How are you doing, Vic? Rich, do you think your Marl's going to take down Inter tomorrow? They need to do what Inter were famous for fucking 60 years ago and kick the shit out of the little bastard. My scent of the day is Costume National Scent Intense. Nice. The Labo Queer 28 has leather with smoky better than Natalie Lawson made it. I love it. Alex Mackay says my scent of the day is Acqua de Parma Figo di Amalfi. Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely fragrance. Figo di Amalfi is a good perfume. Acqua de Parma is a good house. Honest thoughts on Amouage 25, man. You had to pick up anything from Amouage. Quite enjoyed the way it smelled. Price tag is pretty high though. I love Amouage Jubilation 25. I think it's one of the best scents of the century, to be honest. Certainly, it's definitely one of the best. It's one of the best fragrances released in the last 25 years. Very simple. I just love the smell. It smells opulent. It smells like oil wealth. Rich, I remember you had Hortus Sanitatis, says Abraham. Did you end up selling it? If so, what made you decide to let it go? Did you find a good alternative? Gucci Guilty Absolute. Gucci Guilty Absolute scratches the itch for me, but it's better and more wearable. I thought Hortus Sanitatis smelled more like medicine. You know, it's not medicinal. It's like medicine. It's got this kind of... I found it there was a little bit of sweetness in it, which just made it smell sickly, whereas that's not there in... what's the other one? In Gucci Guilty Absolute, which is dry. Is Eris worth sampling? Sampling, yes. It's rather lovely, yes, is Alex. Sense for Thought says, cold up north. Duck was going to pull out Vanilla Van one more time today and put a jumper on. It has been cold out today, yes. It's actually quite a nice evening, but it's meant to reach freezing tonight at some point, which is wild because it was like fucking 25 Celsius last week. Rich, are you excited about Buongiorno? No. Is Erith worth sampling? Sampling, yes. If you could share about your experience with Jouvois, let me know. The perfumes, they just smell a bit cheap and nasty, to be honest. Psychedelic was like a cheap patchouli thing. Smelled really nice for the first 5 minutes and then just smelled really basic and thin and a bit crap. Incident Diplomatique, not inspiring. Didn't really remember much about it. I just think that Jouvois' own fragrances aren't very great. Salutations, gentlemen, says Questo Fresh. Scent of the day is Dracar Noir. Have Nobile 1942 Fougère Nobile and Vintage Brut by Fabergé on the way. Good stuff. Welcome. Jubilation is on discount. For like 150 to 175, says Sense for Thought. Bargain for that, in my opinion. For that money, it's very good. I'm liking that Fat Electrician, which bang on recommendation. Well, I'm glad you like it. Does it smell the way I described it? That's kind of what I'm more concerned about. I was looking at Fat Electrician today. I thought to myself, I should really wear you. I haven't worn you for a while. It's got this really lovely, creamy thing about it. It's really nice. Very good perfume. Has anyone tried Spotorno 1921? I've got the sample somewhere, but everything is higgledy fucking piggledy like. You know, everything's fucking disappeared like. So I can't just easily reach for stuff at the minute. It's wood, leather, a material I think only some can use like Marias. He has used it in Gucci Guilty Absolute and Amouage Opus, the blue bottle. I was thinking of finally getting that Fougere Nobile. Good stuff, says Galen. Hey, when did Monday live streams make a comeback, says Lilith. Welcome, Lilith. So I watched your weekly video and I kind of decided to try Orange Sirocco, and nope, I prefer Frederick Maul's Cologne Indelible. That's legitimate, I think. Cologne Indelible's really good. I used to have it, but I sold it. I think I went the other way. I prefer, what's it called? Orange Sirocco. Welcome, Dick Curry. I need a nap and a filthy martini. Yeah, I've heard that about you. Gucci Guilty Absolute is a masterpiece. Yes. Welcome, Heretic. You are wearing a rose to Jamal. Legend Double apparently putting out a lot of content about Jamal at the minute. They're in Morocco checking out his farm, which is fun. I tried it at least twice, but nah. Have you nose on Oud Aqualaria by Oman Luxury, similar to Promise? I have never heard of it. Never smelled it, at least. Great to see you, Rich Peckerabam Poram today. That's me, Lane. Welcome, how are you? Stina, which one? Yes, I feel the same, says Abraham. There's a strange sweet scent and hot to sanitize. I really have no idea which note it's coming from. It's very off-putting. It's very, very off-putting. I don't know. Very strange. How's Etruscan water, says Nick RN. A new Drakkar will soon be released. Drakkar Bleu, says Bella Sense. Well, they're only about 10 years behind the times, like, but not to worry. Have you guys tried Bon Monsieur by Rogue? Absolutely stunning. How does it compare to Jazz or Zor? Shall I have my search here or with sitting out those two vintage classics? I came within a whisker of wearing Zor today. I might wear it tomorrow. I've actually put it on top of the what do you call it? The booth. What was your top 3 underrated fragrance houses? Oh God, all at once. Comme des Garçons doesn't get anywhere near the love that it should. I don't know if you could call them underrated, though. I'd have to think about that for a while, actually. Underrated. Have you tried Lagerfeld Grey? No, not me. It is indeed creamy to my nose, just the right amount of sweetness. Yes, it's a beautifully pitched fragrance. It's gorgeous. Welcome, Pradeep. Is it true that when you use more than 50% of a bottle, you need to use it as quickly as possible? It's not that you need to use it as quickly as possible, but when a bottle is less than half full, the lower the amount goes, the quicker I would use it up. That is what I tend to do. I tend or try to, or I get anxiety about perfumes that are less than half full because the ratio of air to juice accelerates how quickly the perfume oxidizes. Not macerates, oxidizes. I've done 15 minutes. Oh, this shit rocks. Good day to everyone except RN, says Lily. Welcome, Emre. How are you, sir? I'm glad it's settled and you're enjoying it, says Janie. Galen says, waiting for FedEx to deliver that bottle of Creed Jasmine Imperatrice Eugenie today. Had to drop a bucket of money after smelling it in Eugene's dungeon. It's not all you've been dropping today, though, is it, Galen? Rich, have you tried Le Couvent? Le Couvent Heliasa. No, I haven't, mate. I haven't, actually. Welcome, Offenlick. Did you see all the Comme des Garçons I picked up for cheap? Yes, that was quite a haul. Congratulations. Serge Luton's underrated as hell. I mean, it didn't used to be. It used to be massively rated in Fragcom, and then just everybody stopped talking about it because they don't send free bottles to people. Now they are sending free bottles to people. I expect people to stop fucking talking about them. Problem is, nobody knows where to buy them anymore. Wankers. Underrated in Fragcom or underrated in the fragrance industry? Healy, underrated massively. Underrated, underexposed. Incredible house. Couldn't agree more. Well remembered. I don't know. Well, Les and Damodabla aren't underrated. They're just underexposed. You know what I mean? All right, wrist, Bogart, Poram on the left wrist, Yo Palmer. Oof. What a day that is. Calvin Klein is underrated, says Dallas. I'm not sure about that. Neela Vermeer, Grandiflora, Bogway, Vero, to name a few. Neela Vermeer needs more exposure. I think the people who have smelled Neela Vermeer know how good she is. I don't know that she's underrated. It's the same as Les and Damodabla. Like, the people who have smelled it know that they're good. It's just nobody smelled them. Once the thought come to Ghost on Healy, Surge, Les and Damodabla. Oh Man Luxury is underrated in my opinion, says Sense for Thought. Cartier exclusives are severely underrated, less popular than Les and Damodabla. Cartier doesn't get the love and never has got the love that it deserved. It's always been the case. Only certain Cartier, everybody knows what Cartier is and stands for, right? But oof. Oh, me back. That's itchy. Ooh-ar. Might wear a Ketos tomorrow, I don't know. Oh, Christ. Ramsey's not around. Do you know why? Yes, I do. Rich, do you like Virgin Island water? No, I don't like Virgin Island water, actually. I don't like Silver Mountain water either. I like Himalaya. Strange. Andrej says, evening Rich in the chat. Scent of the day once again. Apotheke Tepe, the holy mountain from a sample. Is it you that keeps talking about Apotheke Tepe? Jason Falconer says, well worth a minute of laughter. What is? Thank you. I found another Comme des Garçons Rouge 100ml for €55. That should arrive this week. I would say L'Artisan Parfumier is underrated these days. It didn't used to be. I actually think they've gone backwards. Like, I think their fragrances aren't as great as they used to be. There's a lot of shit in there now, actually. Is it going to be back? Possibly, but it's not going to be for another couple of months. I wish Prada would go back to making thoughtful fragrances like Prada Rama. They've really gone all in on Luna Rossa. It would appear that it's following the money. Horrible. Other than lead, it doesn't matter. Ken, would you consider Tower underrated as a whole? Not by me. No, because I think, again, underexposed, but not underrated. More people should talk about Tower more of the time. And those older fragrances that he makes are still in really good shape, you know? Troy Hawk, Rich. What's that? Yes, Rich, I'm working my way through the discovery set, says Andrej. Yes, I thought it was. Someone keeps talking about them. It is you. Sense for Thought says, Rich, did Creed ever actually have real ambergris in the past? I remember them with rose-tinted glasses. They said they did, but now we know that when Creed says something, pretty much the first thing you should do is just discount it as fucking bullshit. Like, they used a very, very, very good accord of sandalwood, ambergris, and musk. Now, if it was real ambergris, we don't know. It could have been ambrox. It could have been a certain kind of thing, but they used this fucking DNA brilliantly, and then just threw it away, really. So fuck them. I smell weed. How are those new Hugo Boss Elixirs? I imagine they're terrible personally, but I've been wrong before. Lottozan is more popular with the public now than Frag Circle, strangely, says Prodib. Tower peaked too early, man. Needs a big release. That is a fair comment, that, to be fair. Hello, PK. You're wearing Bois de Portugal. I love Bois de Portugal. I've got some backups of Bois de Portugal now, thank God. Yes, Rich, I've not been blown away by anything by Lottozan recently, says Jeannie. Sheep Rapalatan, what are you waiting for, says Sam Toronto. Well, there's going to be, for the next few weeks, not a lot of content, I'm not going to lie to you, because everything's so fucking up in the air in the house. We're getting shit done. Plus, I don't feel great. I'm not going to lie to you. Last Thursday, I had a massive steroid injection, which helped, but I've got other things going on as well, which have impacted my fettle. I haven't been feeling great in myself. So, like in a more fundamental, like physical pain and all sorts of pain. So fucking, yeah. We'll see. I will put out at least 1 or 2 videos a week, but it's not going to be anything major. Like I said, don't feel great. Like, Lottozan is hard for a lot of people to sample as well. Yes, it is. Morning, DJ. How are you? Offenlich says, I tried Olfactive Pharmacy's Thymus yesterday, and it's really fresh, nice thyme scent. Not sure if the brand as a whole is underrated, though. I've never really heard of them. You talking about greed? We have been, yes. Jason Falconer says, last try. Watch Troy Hawk's 1930s throwback getting moved on from greeting people into Cartier stores. Quality. Okay. Salute. Seems like not many people talk about scent of the day. Welcome, Divine. Clive Christian, red tea. We're all broken together, Duck, says DJ. You're not wrong, mate. Oh, man, I hope you feel better as soon as possible, Rich. Thank you. Get better soon. The house stuff will be worth it once at the end of what's done. Yeah. I've been reclusive again since, says DJ. Often, like, says, I feel like I was going to say Aqua de Palma. I feel like Histoire de Parfum is happy to stay under the radar, to be honest. Also, they haven't been in stock for a while for their full discovery kit. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, isn't it? I imagine they're being reformulated, that's why. That's my mind immediately goes to the worst possible scenario, like, you know what I mean? Had to scrub Fougere Emerald. Yikes, says Proddy. I didn't like Fougere Emerald, like the tuberose, and that's fucking too much. Horrible. Ruins it. Have you tried that mineral wood that George was talking about? No, I'd never even heard of it. Hugh chin up. I've got an emergency tooth extraction sort of this week. Going to be fun. I had a tooth taken out. The only tooth I've ever taken out, and it was severely easy. Actually, the roots were fused though, and it just makes it really easy to take the tooth out. You've just got to watch out for dry socket. The drugs they use now are incredible. You've got to imagine what that was like before there were drugs. Like, you'll be fine. What's that tiny bottle that says Versailles next to music for a while? Versailles pour on. Don't think I like it. Don't think I like it. Let me spray you. spicy carnation number. Very vintage. Very nice. Don't get me wrong. Very nice. Dry. So dry. Carnation. Spicy. Maybe I have to pick up a bottle of 1740. My bottle of Mask Milano Tango is set to arrive tomorrow, says I Smell. Bought it on Blind Buy. For real, everything I've watched on YouTube has made the fragrance smell right up my alley. It's like I wasn't a fan of Tango, but I mean, I didn't hate it, you know? I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it either. I wouldn't buy it. Fujiyama Road was a scrubber for me too. I didn't read that it's tubers and doused myself in it after a shower thinking it's a Fujiyama and absolutely destroyed myself. It's fucking rotten. Like the stream, people says Santini. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, that would be nice. Thank you very much. One niche brand that was reviewed first on YouTube, like Surgeon, has totally disappeared, is Luban. Luban, yep, people don't talk about Luban anymore, which is a shame because they've made like stuff like Idol and Akkad, which are both nice, but very expensive. Fuck. Yeah, carnation can be difficult, says Aaron. Do you think Nikolai Parfum is rated correctly generally? I don't like them. I've never smelled one that I thought was good. This one I'd say 1740 is my favourite from them. I only have Ambra 114 so far, says often like me too. I'm going to get 1828 soon. I don't like it when the fucking perfumes are named numbers because they're just numbers. You know what I mean? They don't register very well. Divine says I didn't like Tango. I did gift it to a female friend who has a cat named Tango, though. That was handy. People don't talk about Frappan anymore, says Jared. Frappan, I really used to like... I need to open that window, you know. Or the door even, sorry. I really used to like... oh, God, the really sweet one. Was it 1140 or something like that? Again, one of these stupid number ones. So sweet. So outrageously, disgracefully sweet. It was silly sweet. I was like, I can't be around this. It was mental. Often, that's a lovely one. Welcome, Nino Slav. Centre of the day's girl on Abith Rouge ADP in the Listerine bottle. I paid €43 for a 60ml of Ambra 114 Water Steel. I got a pretty cheap one as well. Yeah, it's a lot of fragrance for the money, that. That's brilliant. Nikolai is so derivative of vintage frags. Feels like homage stuff. Yeah, I feel the same way about them, actually. I don't like them. I don't like Nikolai as a house. I just feel like the fucking Christ, what am I doing? The chair's dragging us out. I just don't think they're very good. Like, I'm just not a fan. They're well made and stuff. They're just boring and expensive. Oh. Nikolai, 1725. It was a nice Fougere, wasn't it? Frappan 1270. That's right. Well done, Andrej. 1270. Oh dear. Oh, good old drink of water. Sense of Thought says, I have 15ml of Fidelis. I don't want it. If you want it, just let me know, says Dallas. That's nice. Fidelis from Dallas. Olfactive Studio Chambre Noir was another underrated gem. Jared's just getting me to say words I can't say. 1725 was great. It's so likeable, says Dallas. Oh, yeah. I haven't really been looking at new stuff recently, to be honest. I mean, I got that Tobacco Rose, which is going to be an easy buy. There was 10% off as well, so That made it an easier decision to buy. And she sent me a sample of Spell 125, which I'm not going to lie, it wasn't. I'm not a big fan of Spell 125. The white ambergris in that, very breathy, very, very breathy, you know. Luministe is a great one for summer from Frappin. They had some decent stuff, like. Just when I went back to that 1270, it just smelled like fucking... It just smelled like neon fucking sugar. Like syrup, pineapple syrup and fucking sugar, like. It was outrageous. Luministe is a great one for summer evening. Rich, welcome. Brent, sorry to hear about your woes, mate. I hear they're coming fast and furious for me, to be honest. But not nice, but keep you chilling, yes. You too, mate. At least Nikolai sells small bottles at a reasonable price. Wish more houses would do the same thing. 30 to 50 mils. It's a thing. It's a thing. It should be a thing. Maybe I should take my own fucking advice. I mean, I've worn a good 30 mil of this. About 20 mil left in here. It's great though. This is a great version, this. It's not even one of the older ones either. You know, this is early 2000s, late 90s version. It's spectacular. It's an incredible perfume. I absolutely love it. Love wearing it every time I wear it. You can wear it any time of year as well. Brilliant perfume. Not so sure. Well, no, I am sure. The latest versions of this are horrible. But up until about 10 years ago, they were still fantastic. Like, genuinely, they were still great. Me and Richie G got a bottle of the 2013, I think it came back as, and it was tremendous. Like, seriously, I think I've still got the 100 mil of that somewhere. I would wear it. After this, I would wear it. I'm selling a 240 mil of the original version. I think I'm just going to take it down. I don't know why I've got it up for sale, to be honest. It's a big 240 ml bottle. Splash. Brilliant. Anyone smell anything new recently? I'm looking at new old stuff, if you know what I mean. Rolling back the years. I've been looking at a house to call home. I thought it would be Les and Demodable, but so far, naught for two of their fragrances are bottled by Oriental Valeurs and Kia de Chine. Keep trying them. Just go through all of them, and if you don't like any of them, don't buy any of them. Another underrated house, massively underrated, is Etro. That's just come to my mind there. Etro's a hugely underrated house. Fantastic perfumes. Going at all, if I'm being honest. I haven't worn it yet because it's in the autumn and winter selection. But I really, really, really like the smell. I really like the smell. It's great. Like, Yusuf Azadinejad says, I will be in London in a few months. Can pick up perfumes, be arranged with you? Yeah, probably, yeah. Well, I could send them to where you're staying at or send them to an address. But I won't be in London. Me travelling to London is just not... I'm not going to be in London, mate. Welcome, Rachel. How are you? How is Rachel Grigg? Dallas, I feel the same. Listen to my Dobblers like the new Frederick Malt to me. Absolutely quality, but difficult for full bottles due to price, except for 2 to 3 of them. Have you tried Laboratorio Olfactivo? Hello, I'm the Horsey Frag one. Hello, Rachel. You didn't email me. I never got an email. And if you send us an email, I will send you some paddock. No problem. Have you tried Laboratorio Olfativo? Possibly. I think I've tried one or two of them, but not... Well, one, nothing that I remember anyway. And nothing that I could sit and offer any advice about or anything. It's at yahoo.com. It's at yahoo.com, Rachel. You could buy a Discovery sets from Les Indomables for €200 and get 11. What? You could buy a Discovery set from Les Indomables, 4 Discovery sets from Les Indomables for €200 and get 11 times 12 mils. 4 Discovery sets. Ah, fabuloso. No problem. No problemo. Since I thought, yeah, I've got 2 Discovery sets. I think that would be a waste. Just get a bottle, you know. I would just buy the bottles. If I'm being honest. But some people want to try all the different ones. So, I don't know. No. Oh, Cozumel by Laboratorio is nice, says Rachel. I can't read that. Laboratorio, sorry. 6 mil is more than enough for a lot of them, says Sense. Do you need anything from the US, Rich? No. No, I don't, but thank you for asking, mate. Since selling your day 20%, put it in your calendar. When's that? Rich needs a big bottle of baby cats, says Jared. Jared, you rascal. Since Celia, when's the 20% off day? Quite restful. Rich needs a big bottle of baby cat. I will get the cologne and probably Ambra Supreme after 4 years of testing. He already has Vanihavan. 100 ml of Vanihavan is coming home as backup. Yes. Yes, I want one of those. The colognes from them are my favourites. Yeah, they're fantastic. Rich needs a block of cheddar cheese. Why? I think I've got one downstairs, actually. I've missed everything you've said, says Rachel. 20% off in March. That's all right. I'll wait until there's another one. Oh. I'll probably get the same, says Dallas. I've got the colognes. I did a video. I think I did a top 10 or a top 11. Didn't I? I can't remember. Top 9? Don't know. I don't know. I'm wondering what I should wear this week. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Let me check the motherfucking weather. Well, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow and Wednesday. Rain on Thursday. Cloudy, sunny on Friday. It's about normal, to be fair. Yeah. Can't believe how close we are to the fucking solstice. That's wild. That's like 7 or 8 weeks away. Very strange. I shall stream from outside when it will not be dark at like 11 o'clock at night. Like, it's like 9 o'clock at night out there now and it's still daylight. Patricia De Nicolai is so not derivative, says great Rachel. But the Gaumont set is a bit grasping, I admit. If anyone needs Resin Demodable Discovery set, let me know. I only use each sample for 2 sprays, says Dallas. It's almost been a week that I placed an order on Joma Shop and they still haven't sent me a tracking number. Wankers. Sense for Thought says, get the Vanilla Van Extra too, otherwise I want the same one's product. I've got the Vanilla Van Extra and it's absolutely fucking stunning. I think my favourite Frederick Mark will be Unrose is spaced out. Got Vanilla Van Extra and Amber Supreme, says Sense for Thought. Excuse me. Good thing Les Indomitables sells 7ml during the launch of their new fragrance. I'm halfway on my Patchouli Noisette. Do you like it, Pat Lester? Shavathon says, why don't you do a Sebastian the Perfume Guy type video? 1,500 fragrances I could never live without. No, I don't have anywhere near 1,500 fragrances anymore. Product says, it came to me what Orange Sirocco smells like. It smells like orange locum and fruit with cinnamon they served me in Marrakesh, except not as good. Did anyone get Sebastian's new mystery box, says Dallas? I imagine some people did, but God knows why. Often Looked says, we're not a huge fan of Patchouli Noisette. It gave me a rash, plus I didn't smell much of the hazelnut. No, the hazelnut's very difficult to find in there. I'm not sure what they're hoping to achieve with that material, to be honest. It's so quiet. Like, I don't know if they're gonna get to shift much of that. I'd be surprised. Patchouli Noisette is rich, fave perfume of the year. He just doesn't want to admit it, says Sense for Thought. No, that's not true. I'm wearing Extrait d'Atelier Ceramiste or some such. It smells of lovely wet clay. I'll tell you what I'm missing at the minute that I haven't got is that Narciso Rodriguez. It's in the autumn and winter selection. And I'm missing it. Patchouli Noisette was the Amber Wood Lovers. I just didn't like it. Like, I wear it. I'm trying to understand it. One day I'll review it and probably launch it into the sun afterwards. I got the box, Rich. It'll be the last time starting to dial back my spending. Got a kid now on the way. Probably a good idea, that, Dallas, to be honest. Especially if you've got a child on the way, they do not take well to people spending money on things that aren't them. Yeah, 1,500 is just Sebastian's spare room. Yeah, it is, yeah. Welcome, Jeff. Scent of the day, Dior Homme 2020. Great fragrance that would be more loved if it wasn't named Dior Homme. I always thought that was its biggest crime was Demaché, Dior, LVMH calling it Dior Homme. I kind of agree with that. The smell to me was boring, and but nobody would have batted an eyelid if it wasn't called Dior Homme. I think on that point, I totally agree with you. I think everybody would have just been like, it's just a fragrance. It's just another perfume called Dior Homme. It's just another perfume, but they called it Dior Homme, and truly that was their great crime. Absolutely fucking scandalous. The dirty bastards. What the fuck were they thinking? The EDT Narciso, yeah, that one is absolutely wild. It's a sensational fragrance. One of the great designers of the century. Like, it's a fantastic perfume. We will never see the like again. Kirk John at his absolute best. It's fantastic. Now we sell things called Kirky. And they smell like tutti frutti. Fuck off. Musk de Sable is quite nice, says Pradeep. Musk de Sable is quite nice. Thread bundle musk, but again, 220 cows. Bellam is better than Musk de Sable, in my opinion, says Sense for Thought. I won Musk de Sable the other day. I got an email from Legendamidable, Valerie, because I emailed them asking some questions about stuff, and she said Musk de Sable is the only one of their fragrances that has ever had any kind of reformulation at all, and that was 2022, and it was because of the Lilial ban. So that is the only one. That is the only one that has ever been touched, and that is straight from Les Indomptables themselves. I was going to say straight from the horse's mouth, but Valerie is not a horse. I have Kiehl's Original Musk. I don't think I need Musk de Sable. Kiehl's Original Musk is one of the great underrated fragrances. That's an underrated fragrance. Not an underrated house, an underrated fragrance. I have my bottle there. I rarely wear this, but what I do is I actually just pick it up and smell it. And I love the smell. It's fantastic. On Richie G, this has a rum note, which is bizarre. But it's fabulous. It's a great fragrance. And there's no problem wearing that shit. Recently, I broke 1 or 2 bottles of Dior Homme Parfum falling down the stairs, and I wasn't massively fussed. Yeah, apart from the loss of money, because you could sell that shit for fucking vast quantities of fucking coin. Yeah, it's not really that much of a problem, like, if you break that shit. Dior called it Pink Juice Miss Dior. Not new for them, says Pradeep. I swear it's the same Oris in both. Could be. Shavathon says, I think Sebastian is up to 5,600 bottles in his massive collection. He had a 30-bottle European haul recently and apologised that he had not enough room to carry more home. Who was he apologising to? Bring on Bellamy any day. Yes, says Jason. I know you have the reformulation. What does the world come to? I actually think it still smells nice, as long as the reformulation smells nice. Like I said, my opinion on reformulations is I think the first one that you smell, doesn't matter which version, is the one you're always going to hold in your mind as the reference. Now, other versions might be better, and you might decide to yourself, well, I want the original, which is what I do. I always try and get the original of anything, because that's just how I collect, what I do. That's just what I do. That's the way I like to experience them and collect them. But there are fragrances I've got, like that Musk de Sable, where I've got the latest version and it's calm. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's when they reformulate them badly. It's like Chanel. Chanel reformulate their perfumes really well. Prada used to, until they went to the dark side with L'Oreal. Loads of houses reformulate their stuff really good. I think Cartier, I think the most important thing is having the same perfumer work on their perfume, so they're invested in it. They care about what it smells like in future. They know the perfume inside and out. I think that's probably the most important thing, but it's not impossible. It's just lots of houses don't do that. They just don't. you know? This means I may sell my other bottle. And B, my point is we harbour things that we know are revered and expensive. We do not think so much about them in other contexts. Yeah, I've tried to rid myself of that, actually. I've tried to rid myself of that kind of thing in the last couple of years. I've been selling stuff. People have been like, "Why are you selling that?" And I'm like, "Because I don't wear it." That is the most, like, would I care if there is stuff that I have lots of that I would never part with because I wear it loads, and there's other stuff which is much more rare, much more expensive, much more difficult to get, and I've sold it because I just never wear it, never think about wearing it. That's the big thing. Do I think about wearing it? Do I think about it when I'm not wearing it? I think about this when I don't wear it. There are some times I wear some perfumes and I wear them and I'm like, fuck, I could have wore Paco Rabanne today. Fuck, I could have wore Roadster today. Fuck, I could have wore Prada Amber Pour Homme today. You know what I mean? That is a perfume you love. And it's not that I don't like the other perfumes. It's just that those ones are the shit. Those ones are the ones that I love. Sebastian needs therapy more than us. I do wonder what's going on there. I don't know. Maybe he's not fucking mental, but maybe he is as well. I mean, we're all mental, but he's got so much. All I have been wearing recently is Dorian's Fougere, and I have to say, it's one of my fave fragrances in my collection. That's sound. I wear different fragrances every day, partially because it keeps the fragrance rotation interesting, and partially because I like to do that. It keeps the fragrance like hobby interesting for us. If I wear the same thing every day, and there's days I'll wear Prada Amber Pour Homme, and the next day I'm like, oh, I should just wear that again. But I'm like, no. You know, one of my hard rules in this is that I don't wear the same fragrance 2 days in a row. You know? I don't wear the same fragrance 2 days in a row. It's not a hard rule that I can't wear the same fragrance twice in a week. I just try not to, because I like to try and keep it interesting. You know, that one day I might spring it on you. I might turn around and be like, I might wear Pavarotti on Tuesday and Pavarotti on Saturday, and people will be like, my God, I've never seen it before. You know what I mean? And that'll be cool, you know? But I try to keep that in mind. And the thing is, I've still got a lot of fragrances, as you can see, especially for the normal person in the street, right? But I've got a lot less fragrances than I used to. And the amount of fragrances I've got at the minute, I am approaching the point where I'm like, I'm actually very happy, because I have enough to keep everything really interesting. I have lots of stuff that I really love, that I love wearing, which I can access more of. You know, everything is getting to the point where it's really good. A perfume always needs a loving home, otherwise it collects dust. Exactly. Recently, well, that's true. The Eau Sauvage current formula is perfect for me. Then that is the one for you. Agree with Sam. Perfumers being invested in working on the next. Yeah, I need to sell half my collection, says Rachel. Perfume always needs a loving home, otherwise it collects just free up half a room. Fuck, I could have wore Sauvage today, says Jared. Don't do it, mate, don't do it. You have plenty to live for. You know, people love you. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's not your fault. Those are the best times, thinking of perfumes you want to wear. Yes. Welcome, Nina. How's California? Be 1 o'clock in California, is it? That's how I feel when you are not streaming. Fuck, he could stream today. Fuck, he could stream today. I also wear a different one every day. Only recently I've worn Comme des Garces on 2-3 days in a row, which is a signal for me to search out some bottles. See, that's good. Rachel must get some Pavarotti, she says. I'm getting messages all of a sudden. I initiated a rule where I couldn't go above 50 fragrances. To be fair, I'm not including the backups there. Like, you don't wear the same fragrance twice in a row. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody's got their own rules, and it's got to work for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's always... It kind of drives us a bit mad when people are like, oh, can you tell me what to do? And I'm like, mate, I can tell you what... I can tell you what I would do, but I'm not you. I'll never be you, and you'll never be me, which is a good thing. Because you couldn't handle it. It's like I can't tell you people what to do. I can tell you what I would do. I could tell you X, Y, and Z. I could go through different scenarios with you, but I can't tell you what to do because you feel differently to me. You experience the world differently to me. You know, I could sit here and wax lyrical about this very formulation of Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, and you might smell it and say, that is fucking shite. I hate it, and I will only wear the silver plate version. At which point I would say, fair enough, because it's fucking spectacular. But no, what I'm saying is, I like that, I like this, I like this. You might not. Don't try and impress us. Don't try and get brownie points off fucking randoms on the fucking internet. Because, but the thing is, we can still all sit together and enjoy perfumes and talk about things. Divine's been in here already tonight. He might still be lurking. We don't know. He comes in and talks about what he likes and stuff like that. And there are other people in the stream who like the same things he likes, even though I don't. And it's become a meme now. It's a joke. It's a running joke. It's funny. It's part of the culture. You know what I mean? It's part of the law. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Do you know what I mean? It's part of what makes it good. Jesus. But I agree. If you've got a hard limit for 50, what that puts in place for you is you have to work around that and plan and scheme and think and be like, right, I've got to do this and I've got to do that and I can't do this, but I can do that, you know? That's why I've got my collection split into spring and summer and autumn and winter. That's one of the things I do. And then I've got very few fragrances which I will wear. We exclude Serge Lutens. They exist out of time and space. I'll wear Serge Lutens whenever I want, however I want. Or just whenever the fancy takes. I wore Rousse yesterday. What a fucking perfume Rousse is. Good Lord, no one ever talks about Rousse. Even back in the day, nobody talked about Rousse. It's fucking mint. It's so good. It's probably the best cinnamon I've ever smelled in perfume. Better than Orange Sirocco. It's class. Note to self, says Rachel. Must get some Pavarotti. Rich approaching Nirvana. Often Lick says, yeah, I normally do too, but not a rule. Oh no, Jeannie says to often Lick. Shavathon says, I can't wear just one fragrance every day. I have too much. My big decision is whether to wash off the previous one before applying the new one. See, there's another person. They've got their own rules and culture. You know what I mean? You must do what is best for you. And enjoy it. If you enjoy it, that's the best bit. Alex Mackay says, me too. I like smelling of something different every day. It's just nice. Stops you getting bored. Wear my Uber faves as a royal treat to myself. Yeah. Friends, like the stream if you like to like streams. To be fair, sometimes I'll wear more than one a day. Scent of the day and the scent of the night. Yeah, people do that all the time. I get, see the comments in every single stream. Scent of the morning. Scent of the afternoon, scent of the evening. People do that. I don't. I wear one fragrance a day because I am, as you know, a simple man. I like to wear one fragrance a day. Sometimes I will test a fragrance by putting it on my arms. So I'll wear my scent of the day, and then I'll have something sprayed on my arm, 1 or 2 sprays, just so I can test it throughout the day. But that I just like to wear 1 fragrance a day, unless there is some kind of, unless there's some call or need for me to wear 2 different fragrances. Went to Richie G's wedding in 2018, wore green Irish tweed for the wedding, and then for the evening I wore Dior Homme Intense. That was like, I mean, to be fair, that might be the only time I've ever done that, because I can't think of another time. But, like, needs musts. Sense for Thought says, I used to have a bottle limit, 20, but turned into a financial limit because I wanted too many cheapies to get along. Surge after selling some of my more expensive stuff. To be fair, sometimes I wear more than one. I've read that, but aside from I wear 2 scents a day every day, unless it's something impossible to shower off, says Scent for Thought. Also hard because most frag fiends have been so for years. Yes. I always feel so confused when people ask me what fragrance to choose between a selection. I'm like, the one you like the most, obviously. Yes. The first thing people ask you is when they find out I've got a collection, which one's your favourite? And I'm like, fuck off, man. Like, how many kids you got? 3? Which one's your favourite? You know what I mean? How many kids you got? 2? Which one would you fucking... Which one were you going to leave the most money to in the inheritance? Come on. Which one frag from Autumn Winter Collection do you miss the most so far? It's Tobacco Oud. Tobacco Oud is one of my most worn fragrances. The way I think about that one a lot. It's not my favourite fragrance. That's Balenciaga Pour Homme. It is. Balenciaga Pour Homme is my favourite, but Tobacco Oud is probably my most worn fragrance. Like Balenciaga Pour Homme, Pavarotti, and Tobacco Oud are probably my favourite fragrances. There's a couple more which kind of creep in and then melt away and then come back. There's like... But... To be fair, Amber Sultan should be in that top 4 as well. That should be like a top 4 or 5 sort of thing. They've got everything. They've got nostalgia. They've got the raw, just the smell of them. No other thing about it either. Just the smell. I just love the fucking smell of those fragrances. But they've got like the nostalgia, Balenciaga Pour Homme's got like that kind of exclusivity because it's rare. It's hard to find because I've got them all, and fucking. They've got that kind of the look and the feel about them, the everything going on, you know what I mean? They're kind of like the like the Venn diagram sort of thing. The fire triangle, as I put it the other day. Somebody said, why didn't you just say Venn diagram? And I was like, because I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't think of the Venn diagram, did I? That one was fantastic. I find it a bit intense. There's a good film you should watch if you haven't, says Alex. Anatomy of a... Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know that I'd watch that, to be honest. I'm an out-of-the-closet citrus fragrance lover, says Dallas. Not wrong with a good citrus fragrance. 50 fragrances, and I have about 100 aftershaves alone, says Shaverthon. Bought some novelty Old Spice bottles recently in a vintage English leather. Cool. Citrus is amazing. I get more cinnamon and mousse de sable than orange or Sirocco, weirdly. The cinnamon and Sirocco, in theory, yes, is product. It is quiet. It's like the hazelnut thing. I don't know how much you would have to use to get it to smell of cinnamon, but it's good quality when you smell it. It's not easy to find. Like, started wearing different perfumes each day because I was getting anosmic to big perfumes like Antaeus, Quai de Russie, and Heritage. That scared me. Yes. That's another thing as well. Yes, you can always smell your perfumes if you don't wear the same ones all the time. That's a really, really, really good point. Are you refreshing that same frag then? Yes, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll reapply. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have got enough, especially the ones I love. Like, I've got quite a few backups of this. Do you know what it is? After the stream, I'm going to take the bottle I've got for sale of this down. the I just love it, you know. And I do. I'd respray it sometimes, but then sometimes I'll go to respray it, take my shirt off, and I'll be like, oh, I can smell it again. You know what I mean? So it's obviously still there. So possibly. So that's a good thing about doing a rotation. Thanks for the encouragement and enablement, says RN. You can't choose a single frag. What about the desert island frags? No. The good thing is I'm never going to get stuck on a... The thing is I'm never going to get stuck on a desert island, fortunately. So I don't have to choose. Thank Christ I've got 2 bags of tobacco. I love that stuff, says Vauxhall Jim. I am gutted it's been discontinued. Wounded. Richard's top 5's a Balenciaga, Pour On, Pavarotti, Tobacco, Vet of a Tonka, and Himalaya. You're not that far off, but you're not exactly right. You missed out Ambra Sultan. Vet of a Tonka I love. I really do love Vet of a Tonka. I really, really do. I think it's a fucking great fragrance. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 5, though. I don't know that I'd put it in the top 5. I need to go and dehydrate, friends. Please like the stream whilst I am away. Don't leave me. I'll be back. Don't worry. Ooh. I'll see you in a second. It's further away now because I've moved the hoo jar. I smell toast. I am back, and I am quiet. Welcome, friends. Just burning off the last of my L'Occitane candle. Excuse me, I need to do something. I need to get a bottle of water from all the way over here. Oh. Ah, delightful. A rare treat. A dreamy A watery dreamy. Okay. Let's see. There's research done about getting a nose make the sense you wear too regularly. It's totally real. Yeah, it's because your brain thinks, oh, this smell isn't dangerous, so we don't need to spend any like random access memory fucking worrying about it. You know what I mean? I got a backup of Maison Violette, une heure apogee, says Dallas. I can't have 3 desert island frags, but tentatively I'd have Shalimar, Vetiver, Baikal Leather, Salome. For starters, that's 4. There are frags you can't go and nose make, like ombre leather. I started to hate it, smelled it everywhere. Stuff doesn't go away. That's annoying too, yes. Sometimes an overdose of clove can get annoying. Always get annoying. So you drop out, some of the frags just attack you. It's funny how there are crazy bonkers frags you love, but if you had to narrow it down, at least end up getting old school. One of the worst I smelled recently was Uncut Gems. Dry down was so grating somehow. It's an awful fragrance. I hate it so much. If a fragrance is too gourmand, it's a major turn-off, says Delis. Yeah, I don't like gourmands. I think they're juvenile. Well, gotta go out on Yossi. Anybody know if Super Palatine was ever in a 60ml bottle? Oh, somebody might. Not me. Did you bring us back toast? No. Smelled toast, though. Could smell it out there. Apparently, great program on radio, Forum Ethos Morning. A forum this morning about smelling late on your years means staving off dementia. Just email MDCI, they're pretty nice and always answers pretty quick. Yeah, MDCI is a pretty decent guy. I went walking with llamas a year ago today. Laura J just messaged us. Good grief. Well, I'm okay, cool. How are you? Let me see if that lighting works a bit better. Not massively. Not massively. I'll put the roofs back. Will you smell us next? I don't know. Oh, shit. Oh, this roof is so fucking good. Honest to God, it's so good. Why don't people like Serge Luton anymore? Why doesn't Serge Luton like us anymore? Wanker. Taking away all this fucking... That's Cornish. Have you tried Fumery Turk, Rich? Does it remind you of incense? I have tried Fumery Turk. Had it, sold it. Sold it twice. Would you believe? Sold it twice. It's, I don't get incense from it. I get something a little bit rich, too rich. Something that makes me feel a bit sick, if I'm being honest. It's because they got crazy prices. They used to be 70 quid. Yeah. Yeah, Serge Luton kind of went a bit mental, like fucking... And they pulled all of their things out of the shops as well, you know. I might finally get Musk's Kublai Khan this year, says Prodi. Yuck. It's awful. Good night, Jenny. Thank you. I will respond to your message later, after the stream. Vasa Piano Cover says, greetings, Rich Mitch. I hope you are enjoying that warm weather in London. Don't live in London. A question, is Balenciaga Pour Homme aftershave at least close to the EDT, or is it a miss? Found a 100ml bottle for 135, so I'm not sure. So the aftershave is actually quite good, right? As far as the smell's concerned, as far as the performance is concerned. But if I were you, I would just get a bottle of the Eau de Toilette. Just get a bottle of the Eau de Toilette. Just bite the bullet and get the Eau de Toilette. I'm trying to get rid of it, says Dallas. Yeah, I don't like Fumery Turk, to be honest. It's not very nice at all. House of Fraser bargains are no more, says Rachel. It's fucking Mike Ashley shat all over them, that's why. Horrible man. He's taking a dump on Coventry now. Yikes, Pradeep, you can treat up with decants. And there were 60ml bottles of MDCI sheep Rapalatan according to Dropout. Vasak Payano says, Oreo 100ml EDT and a 50ml EDT. I'm slowly turning yellow and growing wings. Aftershave usually smells the same but dies a couple of hours afterwards, doesn't it? That's what I ran read as a lost scent when they compared Fahrenheit. So the aftershave is a pretty good rendering of Balenciaga Pour Homme. To be honest, it is. I've had it. I might even still have it. God knows, I can't remember. It smells basically the same. It's just not as much. You know what I mean? And other people around you won't be able to smell it either. Yusuf says, are there any antique stores in London where I can find vintage perfumes that you do not have? If there are, I wouldn't know about them. Because if I did know about them, I would have them. Perhaps his 100ml Silk Road bottle of Sheep Rapalatan is one of the best presentations. I think I've got the Silk Road bottle of... I might wear this soon as well, because it's fantastic. I've won quite a bit of this, actually. Invasion Barbar. This is a fucking fantastic fragrance as well. I should do a top 10 lavenders. I fucking love lavender at the minute. I'm absolutely loving lavender at the minute. Are there any antique stores in London? Oh no, yes, I agree. The bottles are so nice. Yes, there is a bottle with a statue on the top. I love get something a little bit hay in that. Very strange. And the woman who made that perfume and then that was it. That's a beautiful bottle. Yes, it is a beautiful bottle. I mean, to be fair, is it not just a rectangular bottle with a lovely print on? To be fair, the print is on the inside of the glass, so... Holy shit! Are you fucking cracked? Yes, you are. Oh, shit. No, that can't be true. No, that's not fucking cracked, is it? There's a fucking what looks like a crack. I don't know if you can see it. Alright. Going from bottom right to top left. Say it. There. And I can feel it. I can fucking feel that. Shit. The fuck has gone on there? Oh, that's very upsetting. How did that come about? Well, Molinard Lavender is bloody lovely. Yes. What one is that? It is called Invasion Barbar. Got a 10ml decant of Suprapolitan, but yet the smell it might do a direct comparison to Diaghilev on the same day, says Sense for Thought. Too much when it comes to bottles, says Dallas. Got it. The way you handle them bottles. I bought Suprapolitan a few months ago from Javois, and it's so weak, unfortunately, says Gurgle. Too linear to be a crack. Now I'm on the hunt for a vintage. I have a Ruth Maston broke bottle of Lavender Marlin. Has anyone smelt this? No reviews on Fragrant? I go, no. Not I. Wow, weak. That's terrible, says Alicia. Is anybody else's bottle? Have anybody else got a bottle of Invasion Barbar that does that? Because that is a fucking... That, I can feel it, man. That is a ridge. A crack. I mean, is it a crack? I'll just take a fucking picture of that if I can. Send it to a couple of people and say, the fuck? MDCI. You got these balls of MDCI. Oh! Oh dear. Where are we? Not Invasion, Suprapolitan. That's so sad. I found a sealed bottle, sealed 60ml for £180. Should I get it, says Gurgle. Dunno. Not Invasion, Suprapolitan. Could you put resin to prevent leaks? Dunno, because it might interact with the perfume. Could it not be the spot where the two halves of the glass were fused together? I mean, it's like... Could it not be the spot where the two halves of the glass were fused together? I mean, it could be, but it's at an angle, like, I mean, it literally, like, at a 45-degree angle. How would that even happen? I mean, I've seen it happen before. Seems to be where the mold joint runs through, so it's popped. Ew. Ghost of Drakkar Noir trying to destroy all your fougères. Narciso Rodriguez for him, says Benji. Welcome, Benji. Actually giving me flashbacks to when I broke my purple oud bottle. Is that by Dior? Not in the know. Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, a lot of my bottles have that angled line, but they're tight. I mean, most bottles. That is where. I mean, most bottles have a line on them, you know, where the two halves have come together and been fused. But not like that, and that one's got a step in it, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Scent of the day, girl on Nerolia Veteva. I really liked that for a while, and then I stopped liking it. Strange. Most bottles are not fused diagonally. I don't think that's fused diagonal. I don't think that's a fuse. I think that's fucking cracked, like. Fuck. Unless it's because there's a bottle, there's like a glass case around the glass, but then it's only at the top there. Actually, no, do you know what it is? I'm looking at it, right? It's not. It goes right the way through the bottle. Do you know, I'm looking at it there, and that goes right the way through the bottle. So I have only just seen that, right? And that crack, or whatever that is. So there's a glass bottle around the glass bottle, and I think that's how it's been made. I think that there's another glass bottle gone around it, and that glass bottle, that's where the seal is. That is terrifying, though. Jesus Christ. Terrifying. Most bottles are not fused diagonally. Any problems with bottles in my mind is an immediate decant to another rising. I'll lose it to air. I don't think that's actually the bottle. It's not the liquid holding part of the bottle, though. That's the outer bottle. The line is diagonal towards the atomizer and corner of the bottle, usually. Welcome, Bashki. It'll definitely drive me crazy, says cool. Okay, cool. It doesn't look deep enough to cause an issue, so it wouldn't decant it personally unless it's bothering you. Look at it from below, see how deep it is. It goes right the way through the bottle. I've just seen it. It's an outer bottle. It's an outer bottle thing. That's weird. I don't like that. Oh my God, I've been trying to flag on a Rolia vetiver forever, says Rachel. Has anyone tried zoologist squid? And if so, what do you think about it? I tried it on my zoologist sample series, I think. It'll be in my playlists if you want to check it out. Sure. I did a couple of minutes ago. It's difficult to do with the light. Oh, dear Lord. So what am I going to do this week? What perfume am I going to experiment with this week? I might do MDC. I've done I've done the Papillon samples now. So I need to do something, but it can't be anything too in depth where I've got to be doing. I might review a couple of things, like, you know. Might review a couple of things. Do a comparison or something. I might do them House of Matriarch fragrances I've been trying to sell. Just not even reviewing them, just doing like a general video. Dura Rose sent us some stuff. So did Mitra K. I've got a bag full of stuff up there. Le Jardin Retrouvé. I don't know, friends. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Oh, my rectangular bottles are fused diagonally. Surge, Condegas, Amouage, all of them, says often. Like, that's interesting. I meant to buy the Neroli Veta 40, but bought the EDT by mistake. It's okay. Try Rogue Perfumery, Rich, says Delis. I have done. It's not. I don't think they're great. A lot of people really like... A lot of people fucking shot the bed about them, saying they were great and stuff like that. I just didn't think they were very... I just didn't think they were very good, to be honest. Welcome Jay Smooth and Josh Sawyer. How are we? I know exactly that, so message me, and I'm only a 40, but on Lynch says send a pic to MDC and ask for an explanation or refund, that your subs are expecting a positive response and result. I don't think I'd leverage the channel against someone and dealing with that, because then that's like, you know what I mean? That's like, you're playing on the fact you've got a channel. I would just say, oi, wanker, why doesn't this work anymore? Is this supposed to be this way? Tell me what the fuck is going on. Try Rogue Perfume, I'll sell you mine. Blasphemy, says Dallas. How many frags do you take on holiday, guys? Let's say 2 weeks away. 25, says Rachel. How many frags would I take away? It depends where I was going and what I was expecting the weather to do, but I may just take one, you know. After everything I've just said about not wearing the same fragrance. If I was going on holiday, I don't think I would take many fragrances with us, you know. I just wouldn't. If I was going somewhere hot, I would take one thing that would cover, maybe like Mugler Cologne or Escalon Indonesia or something like that. If I was going somewhere cold, I would take something fucking Vanilla Van or fucking Tobacco Oud or something like that. Balenciaga Pour On. Something like that. Something I could wear every day and just be alright with. What is going on? I'm yawning so much. Stop that. I wouldn't mind trying the Ropion house, though. I have heard mixed reviews, but a sample set's like €12. Is that all? How many frags do you take on holiday? Is there any decants of balls? I would take 1 to 2 fragrance. I might take L'Orphelon and Escalon Indonesia, says Sense with Thought. The Ropions are really not good product, says Prita. I've got them. I've got those Lent Repeats. I think it was Peter that sent us them. Blasphemy sent us a few things. I might do the Ropions then. Got the sample set somewhere lurking about. Japan in the middle of July, says Sense of Thought. What's the weather going to be like there? I like buying a frag on holiday if possible like that. I can remember the trip with that new frag. That's a good shout. Sean wearing Drakkar Noir today as a 24-year-old. Happy days. Do you enjoy it? Always go with a Rolfer for my winter jaunt to the Canaries, says Vauxhall Jim. Humid as anything, 35 degrees, Escalon Indonesia. It's what you wear for humid as all fuck. I hate humidity, it's just the worst weather. There is no worse weather than fucking humidity, like. Humidity's foul. L'Entrepiste douche aphorisms is a Ropion. Okay, I think I've got both of them actually. I've definitely got the L'Entrepiste. What are your thoughts on the vintage formulation of Spiritus Tubular Vanille? I'm not a massive fan of that one actually. I think I did a video on them. Yeah, I think I did a video on them and I wasn't impressed. Oh, I've got to be up for this fucking speed awareness course tomorrow. Shit. Japan is really hot and humid in July, like it's a weird hot. 80 is like 95 degrees, says Dallas. Sean says, are you enjoying the new tobacco rose? Yes, I haven't worn it yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to wear it. I wonder what I'm going to do. I wonder if I can do this speed awareness course on my fucking phone. Let's have a look. Drive Tech. I need to have a look at my emails. Drive Tech. Oh, fuck. Course reminder. Course details. Are you ready to join the course? Just click the following links. Help you access the course. Okay. Right. Do not speed, friends, because you will have to take a course and talk to other people, and it will be awful. I thought you said speedo awareness. I have Dryad from the house, and I really liked it, says Sean. Sense for Thought says it's so mind-numbing, boring, that speed course. You need pen and paper. They'll ask to see your notes. Are you fucking kidding? They'll ask to see me notes. Did you do it on your phone, or did you do it on your fucking... Did you do it on your... Did you do it on your phone, or did you do it on your laptop? I really can't be arsed, like, if I'm being honest. Like, I really can't be arsed. I did it on computer so I could have my phone to not get bored. And yet you still got bored. Good Lord. He got bored. Shorty got bored. Might wear a Zaro Porom tomorrow. Oh! This shit's so good. Two of the great fragrances there. Came out within a few years of each other. Hello, Franz, good boy. Regarding traffic citations, the process is the punishment. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Take it a bit too seriously, to be honest, asking to make notes and to show them. Where are we? This, I mean, they're both lavenders, but they're very... They're very different lavenders, aren't they? Even though they're both oak moss type fougere things. They're both very different oak moss type fougere things. The lavender's a lot more forward in the Azaro, and a little bit more sort of what's it called? Oh fuck, citrus in the Azaro, whereas the Paco Rabanne Porom's more aromatic, herbal. Made by Jean Martel. I don't think it was Gerard Anthony. And that's Azaro Porom. 5 years apart, these two. 5 years apart. Very strange. Very strange to me. Zoroporom looks different, says Dallas. Yeah, it's an early 2000s bottle. These are both actually, like, this is an early 2000s. I think this is like an early 2000s bottle as well. Is that Karen with her penis? I've got an itchy chin. Dryad from Papillon is amazing, says Rachel. I think Rachel might be behind a little bit. Zoroporon made me realise I do not like anise. I like anise. I like anise. It's got to be done right. It's got to be done well. It can't be shite. Like, it can be done very badly. It can go very wrong. Spray some Eau Noir. Getting a lot of the coffee there. Strange. I've had an Eau Noir candle before. That was really nice. Every time you switch rotation, my attention fixates on one bottle on display. Winter was Balenciaga Pour On, but this summer it's that Girl on Vetiver. This one. I haven't worn that very much this year, actually. Really good. Very dry, this one. Very dry. Very dry. Green and dry. Killian's Le Vert made me think I didn't like anise, but I like anise, says Karen. Just won an eBay auction last night on a hard-to-find bottle of Opium Pour On EDP, the one that comes in the dark purple case. I've got one of those. How much did you pay, dare I ask? Anise and Linstone to girl on is great, says Sense for Thought. John Smith says Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, EDP or EDT? EDP for me. The EDT is a little bit wishy-washy and it's a little bit too reliant on grapefruit, and I don't like grapefruit. I hope that's okay, Rich. What's okay? Richard posts all his rotations exclusively on his OnlyFans. I do have the Discord, but not the OnlyFans. I'm not going to do monetized fucking content, to be honest with you. I can't be arsed. What is okay, Rachel Grigg? I don't understand. I think we're Palais Jamais. I don't know. What shall I wear tomorrow? I need to join the Discord, but I'm social media illiterate and don't understand Discord. Peter says, Gilliam, what was the cardio that you tried and seemed to love while you were with Eugene? Dallas needs to hydrate. Probably behind. Story of my life, says Rachel. Where'd Tsar so I can be jealous, says Sense for Thought. I've actually got a few bottles of Tsar that I didn't know. I didn't know were lying about, you know. I've used quite a bit of me splash bottle, you know. It's very strange. I will be rotating at the end of this month. I'll be going to the summer selection, friends. Can you believe it? will be going over to the summer. I'll be bringing those at the back forward, and those at the forward will be moving back. It's been a strange spring so far. A strange old spring. We'll have to see how that goes, won't we? We will absolutely have to see how that goes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, actually. I don't know. Oh. People love telling others they should start an OnlyFans. Be the strange you wish to see in the world, I guess, says Karen. Peter, that was Mustacati parfum. Can't find it anywhere for less than $500. Have you spoken to Anuj? Anuj. Spring was so short. Wow, I knew that excuse was low, but not that low, says Josh. It is low. Shorty got low. We have wildfire weather here today in North California, 80s and heavy wind. Galen is providing the heavy wind, from what he was telling me earlier. I paid $240 for the opium pour-on. Dollars? That's not that bad. I've heard much worse, to be fair. I think the vintage market's actually simmering down a bit. Like, it's not quite as bad as it was. I don't think it'll ever collapse because the demand, the supply is gone. But the demand isn't outrageous. This might be actual UK summer right now. We've had our summer in the last couple of weeks. Oh, Noir, bye. Went great, by the way, says Sense for Thought. Excellent. Never tell Rich you have gas, says Karen. Galen says the rumours are true. 100%. He ate an entire watermelon. You wouldn't think it to look at him. Not the separated CD, but green juice at least. The dry down is incredible. John Smith says, got my hands on an 80s Calvin original cologne spray before the reformulated 90s. It's a beauty, says John. I've got a bottle of that somewhere. I think I'm selling it. Perfect for this cooler spring weather. Cool spring weather is interesting. I like Prada Amber Pour On for that. I believe the fragrance renaissance era is gone, says Dallas. I don't know if the renaissance era gone. I don't know about that. I mean, the industry itself, the whole industry is growing still and will continue to. But vintage stuff, I don't know. We are in postmodern Aki Galawood era. Grim. The worst of eras. Just awful. Entire watermelon, that's firework material, says Dropout. Galen's going to be shitting like a shaking dog. Bish reigns supreme, says Galen. I can only find one other opium pour-on, and it's new in box, but seller wants close to $600. That's too much. Yes. John Smith says, I heard Ifram will be coming down on lavender in the near future. Damn them. I've heard that they're attacking lavender as well, actually. When are Chanel dropping a new masculine? Don't know. I don't know that they're going to bother. Olivia Pauls, please save us, says Sense for Thought. Olivia, what's going on? Never Chanel doesn't really do menswear yet, says Karen. Chanel. Bit of a shithouse bunch, really, aren't they? Wankers. A bunch of wankers at Chanel. Anyway, I'm very tired, friends. Sleepy even. So I think I'm going to go. It's been strange doing stream from here. But I'll be back. I'll be back soon with some fragrance content. Might do the Aritzia Legrand sample set. And I will see you all again soon.